Thank you for letting me tune in. This is Coronado Water Tay Harris. On of the global market in Georgia stakeholder involved 10-year, 15-year, 30-year corporate, private, public account. Like I like to tell you, lady, there was a lot of buzz being generated. About Coronado. You know, they say that Coronado was the president of the United States that he really let go yesterday. He just blew it. He blew it. He let a grenade go off on right out there in front of everybody. A public grenade, and he just ousted everybody, and he's by himself. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not true. That's the liberal media. When I tell you, I grew up around these people, ladies and gentlemen. These are the people I grew up with. I know them, ladies and gentlemen, and they abandon you, ladies. They're not your friends, you know what I'm saying? They say that they're your friends, but they abandon you when you need them. And they make a mockery out of you, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing you can do to get them to see things the way you see them, because they're gonna mock you. They're gonna use you for the blunt force trauma and the theme of their joke. You're gonna be the setting of their satire every time. Their parody is gonna be making a punching bag out of you. You know what I mean? That's why they made friends with you. You know what I mean? They made friends with you because they know you had potential. They know you was most likely to succeed. They didn't want to be your friend. They wanted to help you succeed to the point where they could take it from you and then humiliate you and say you deserved to be taken from you. So I like to tell you, lady, now, don't pay attention to the media, lady. Now. The media, they're nobody, lady. Now. Right now, they're nobody. It's gonna be like that for a while. Until after 2020, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a raccoon rat race, ladies and gentlemen. Raccoons versus rats, you know what I mean? Who can outperform the other? Who's more intelligent? Who has a higher IQ when it comes to getting through those obstacles? Going through that circus, ladies and gentlemen. Going out there on Ninja Warrior, ladies and gentlemen. Who's gonna be able to get through those obstacles? Is the raccoon gonna win or the rat gonna win? Who's gonna find the finer grade of cheese? That's what people want to know, ladies. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, people that have not seen Stephen King's Misery, please, ladies and gentlemen, you are missing that out of your collection, ladies and gentlemen. That is one movie or book. You need to see that, ladies and gentlemen, or you need to examine it and go through it, ladies and gentlemen, because that is a real phenomenon, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, ladies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something else that's strange, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know how many people hate Ellen DeGeneres? You know what I'm saying? They talk about her, they don't like her, they don't like her lifestyle. But look what they do to get on that show, ladies and gentlemen. Look how much time they would sacrifice off they 9 to 5 to be there on that set with that lady. You know what I'm saying? To be standing outside in the freezing. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, look how many people don't like Amazon Prime, ladies and gentlemen. Look how many people don't like Cyber Monday. They talk about it and they dog it. But on Sunday night at 12 o'clock, soon as it turned to Monday morning, they on that computer making the internet shut down, because that's how many people trying to take advantage of them same deals that they say they don't have time for, ladies. You know what I'm saying? And Amazon Tuesday, Amazon Prime, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, them people do the same thing. They dog Amazon. Amazon ain't nothing. They never gonna be nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, they out there Amazon Prime until the website shut down. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, you don't understand Misery, ladies and gentlemen. That is one, ladies and gentlemen, it's something you need to get in there and see if you can understand the satire, the parody, the mysticism, and the mystery to it, ladies and gentlemen. Because there's a lot of things going on at one time. You got this cuckoo clock nurse, Annie Wilkes. She's a cuckoo clock's nurse, lady. The lady is a real cuckoo, lady. She's a 187 nurse, doctor / abortion clinic specialist, lady. The lady's aborting babies left and right, first, second, third trimester. If you don't pay attention, you wouldn't even know that's what she did. that she was a nurse off of her rocker, lady. Because the movie is really centered around the lady. They sabotaged the author of guy writing books. They sabotaged him. He landed off in the middle of the snow somewhere. She caught up with him, threw him in a little station wagon, took her back to her little her lake cabin that's not surrounded by any other cabins. Out there in the solitary somewhere by herself. And ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you she hobbled that man right there. Hobbling is when you handicap somebody and you want them to still be able to produce that product that they was producing. But you want to hobble them and handicap them so they won't leave. And you keep it to where they still have a knack for it. They still are interested. They have a passion to keep producing what they produce. Even though you're going to sit up there and try to steal everything from them and they credit, you want to keep it to where you're almost there. You're almost home. Can you smell it? Can you smell breakfast is on the way? You're almost there. You're going to the last round. You're going to the playoffs. You're going to the playoffs. You could win. But every time they pull a Gus bus on you, lady, every single time you get there, they pull the Gus bus on you, lady. And they put that microphone in the face and they want you to explain the misery that you're going through. It's a circus. It's a roller coaster. It's never ending. It's a merry-go-round. And they going to keep doing you like that until you raise up and tell me you're not going to sit up with the goddamn foolishness no more. I'm not putting up with this foolishness no more. You making a fool out of me. And that's what they doing, lady. And if you ain't man or woman enough to get up and say you ain't taking no more, they going to keep doing you like that. Ladies and gentlemen, all liberals do, ladies and gentlemen, they gonna push it to the limit, ladies and gentlemen. They doing Gallup polls on you on everything. Just like Eric Erickson, ladies and gentlemen. When I tell you, boy, Cy Young, man, them boys, ladies and gentlemen, them boys crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see why they was abolished, ladies and gentlemen. You actually think them boys is a part of our society? Them boys devil worshipers, ladies and gentlemen. Them boys really trying to find the devil. They actually trying to meet up with him and greet him and have a meeting with him on an hourly basis. That's what people don't understand about him, ladies and gentlemen. Man, them boys done came up with a way to molest your children in your face, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about they getting your kids and molesting them right in front of you. And you sitting up there letting them do it. They doing everything. They taking your daughter from you. They taking your wife from you. They taking your property from you. They taking your 401k. They making bogus accounts out of your accounts. They doing everything, ladies and gentlemen. Any and everything you telling them they can't do, they doing it every day. And you letting them get away with it. Why? Because somebody in your house is unbridled. And they using that woman or that man. They use them as a guy, ladies and gentlemen. There's a ransom. They using that individual in your house, that weak link in your house, they using them for a ransom. They playing with their emotions like they're a part of their team and they not. How the hell you gonna be a part of a team? These boys is devout devil worshipers and you go to church. You a weak link, you know what I'm saying? They don't need you. They using you until they find another victim, you know what I'm saying? Them boys putting bogus accounts, goddamn tax write-off, racketeering, money laundering. Man, them boys, when I tell you they do everything like them, any and everything, and they do it for zero. They are sacrifice. Them boys call themselves the sacrifice lady. They're not looking for a sacrifice like you is. They are the sacrifice. Everybody they bring through is a sacrifice. They don't even like each other, lady. They ain't got nothing else to do. They'll kill each other off, lady. But nevertheless, lady, now, like I tell you, there was one time when Montgomery was a sprawling metropolis, lady. Now it's, ladies and gentlemen, now it's a battlefield, baby. Montgomery's a battlefield. Man, this thing ain't no different than New Orleans, lady. It ain't no different than New Orleans. It ain't no different than a murder capital, lady. These boys looking for somebody to kill because they got you to where you're used to them. You looking forward to it now. You going to school, You go into the Montgomery County school asylums that controlled by the state. Why? Because your parents and your principals, they too garbage to do it by themselves. And you've accepted that. That is the norm for you. You go to the bank, they got a bogus account, somebody, the ATM stealing, you're used to it because now it's the norm. You know what I mean? They've gotten you used to it. Yeah. Are you expecting something else? Don't you know that we take money from you? Don't you know we do bogus account? Don't you know your students are underperforming? Your teachers and your principals are garbage and you need to be controlled by the state? Don't you know the males in your town and your state are too weak to run your state? Now there's a woman that's doing it that's supposed to be on Lake Martin somewhere. She's supposed to be on Lake Martin in a vacation house, but she got to run your state because you're too sissified to do it your damn self. You too sissified to do it your damn self because your state is the next down low state, just like Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We're selling your Confederate monument to Jeff Davis and Robert E. Lee to put a flag up there in their place because you're used to it. We've toned you deaf to it. To the other reality, you're tone deaf. You don't know any other reality. Only thing you know is rainbow and down low. Now you got an elderly lady doing what a man's supposed to do. But nevertheless, like now, that's all I can tell you. If you don't realize it, you ain't gonna realize it. And yeah, like now, I know it's a lot of you. I see a lot of you guys on tape and on the video. You be in a little interest meeting with these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad my sons ain't got mixed up with them. I got probably like 2 of them that done got messed up. They on the wrong path. But most of my children, they ain't off into that stuff. Oh, you been there in the red. Oh, you been in the red light district wherever you go. Every time you nestled up, you in the meeting and the gathering with them boys. Trying to tell you. Oh, it's very baffling watching it like that. You got 20 dudes and one stripper later. Like, what the hell is you doing in there with 20 dudes with goddamn Oxford shirts and pants on pulled up to their navel, and they only got one girl coming in there? I'm trying to tell you. I mean, come on, son. I mean, come on, wake up, smell the coffee. What you think? You think all of a sudden there's gonna be a life-size birthday cake and 20 women gonna come out? No, they sizing your ass up. Right? They sizing you up. You gonna be the stripper trick. Right? You is the stripper trick. Right? You the trick. I tell you, like now. You guys don't wake up and smell the Arabica, oh, baby, it's gonna be too late. I actually think it's too late right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause you had Donald Trump had to get out there and do your job right now. It's bad. They have 16 Republican candidates. I'm talking about, ooh, some of them ooh, they can speak good, very good in verse like them, but they just wasn't strong enough to control this thing. It's more to it than your IQ, ladies and gentlemen. It's more to it than your ACT and your SAT test. It's more to it than your Ivy League college. It's way more to it than that. That's what you call the prerequisite. You have to have that just to apply for this. I mean, some people think that's all they need. You know? Some people think they education and the place they went to school is all they need to get by. Nah, lady, you need way more than that, lady. You don't even have no pizzazz, no charisma. You don't have no fight back, no get up, no motivation, no self-esteem, no artistic value. You don't have nothing. You don't got no style. You don't have nothing that the ladies like, lady. Now, come on now. You think you just gonna get up there because you smart? Smart ain't good enough. Smart is not good enough, man. You need way more than that. I tell you, like, yeah.